Okay. Many congratulations on your 100th test. It was once again that sort of a day for you where you looked really good. You were middling the ball right in the middle of the bat. The straight ball was purchased. But then, just against a run of play, a dismissal happened. I mean, how frustrating is it for you that you look really good in the center, but against a run of play, these things keep happening and you think about your downfall?
Yeah, I was obviously disappointed. I got a good start. I was batting really well. When you get a start and you get out like that, you obviously feel disappointed as a batsman, and I'm no different. So, yeah, the endeavor is always to make sure that you play a big innings for the team and put the team in a strong position, and that's something that I look to do every time that I play. And because you get a start and you get out, it feels a bit more disappointing rather than a string of low scores where you're not really getting to that 30-40 marks. So something that I'll have to be mindful of, and try and build on the starts that I've gotten in the recent past and convert it into big scores.
G. Vishwanath.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yeah, Virat, congratulations for playing the 100th Test match. Yeah, it's only 71 cricketers over 140 years have played 100 Test matches, and you're only the 11th Indian. So that says a lot. I recall you saying something this morning that across all three formats is going to be even more difficult. How has been your journey? I will repeat. You have already partly answered this question in the last 2 days. But how has it been playing 100 Test matches?
Well, it's been a great journey, and as I said in the morning, it's been tough from the point of view that I have played 3 formats of the game plus the IPL every year for the last 10-11 years consistently, and that obviously is a big challenge in itself. And from memory, if I can remember, I think I've only missed a couple of test matches through injury. One of them happened recently in South Africa. So, as I said before, I'm immensely proud of how I have handled myself, handled my physique, my fitness levels to come this far. And obviously a lot of discipline, a lot of lifestyle changes. If you don't have discipline in life, you won't be able to come this far, especially playing all formats of the game and switching between formats and the intensity of the formats. So that is something that is not discussed or not spoken about, but as an individual you understand exactly what it takes to get to this point. And especially playing 100 test matches is something that for me personally has been a kind of a test, so to say, that I have in my own kind of environment passed, because I know that it was always going to be tough with the amount of cricket that we play in this day and age.
Neeru Bhatia, followed by Arani Basu from Times of India.
Hi Virat, congratulations on the 100th Test match landmark. I just wanted to ask, you just mentioned that that getting out in the 30s and 40s, and you have to be mindful of that, and you are going to be mindful of that. But is there anything that you think you need to change in your process, or how would you look at coping with this?
Well, I'm preparing exactly the way I've always prepared, and as long as I'm batting well and playing well, I'm not bothered at all. From a worldly point of view, obviously people look at milestones and they talk about a lot of things which are just a conversation on the outside. I know for a fact that I've been involved in very important partnerships for the team in the recent past, and everyone's point of view is very different. My point of view is very different at the moment. So if people are not getting to see me getting those big scores game after game, it's probably down to their own expectations of me and the standards of which have not been set randomly. I've been performing consistently, and hence the expectations are there. But even today, that partnership of 90 runs for us was an important one. Looking at the course of the game, we were 2 down for 80 odd. So as long as your focus is on the right things, I'm not too bothered about milestones and these kind of things. I have never been bothered about that. This is just conversations that have always happened on the outside, and they will continue to do so, because we somehow are crazy about milestones and materialistic achievements. So yeah, I personally don't think like that. I'm batting well, and that for me is the most important thing.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, hi Virat. You in the morning you talked about the rigors of playing three formats in this day and age. So I just wanted to know how difficult is it to work on your game when you are playing series on the bounce and the breaks that you get are at the best are 2 weeks or maybe 20 days. So how difficult is it to unwind and then think about your game? Like you said, you need to be mindful about converting these starts. Then just to think and alter the process that you work on. So how difficult is that playing in this day and age?
A lot of things have changed since COVID happened. We also have to understand that we play regularly in bubbles, and as you said, you're always involved in cricket all the time, and it's very difficult to get away from it. And when you actually want to work on something in your game, then you have to consider going back and coming back into a quarantine for 5 days, or sitting in a hotel room all over again, where all the progress that you've made means nothing. So it's not been the most easy environment to kind of get away from the game and have time to work on things. That has been the reality of the situation. That is the situation that we play in. So yeah, it has been challenging in terms of how you would follow your processes earlier. You're certainly not able to repeat that, and certainly not able to follow those processes the same way that you did before, as you rightly said, to be able to go away and work on things and really have that time off where you could go and fine tune a few things and just mentally switch off from the game and then come back fresh. So yeah, that has been something that not just myself, I mean all the cricketers across the world have spoken about this already. It does take a toll on you when you are constantly day in day out just thinking about the same thing and just talking about the same things all the time. That switch off that we used to have before, unfortunately because of the current situation, is not able to be accessed so much.
We'll be taking last few questions. Sunan and Lele.
विराट, आपके 70 100 देखते हुए मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है कि 100 करने के बाद आप फिर से लेग स्टंप मार्क करते हो, थोड़ी देर जो खुशी हो वो मनाते हो और फिर से एक नई इनिंग खेलती हो. ये 100 के बाद भी वही करोगे आप?
सर कोशिश तो यही है. आई मीन इंटेंट तो मेरा पहले दिन से ही गेम खेलने का वही रहा है कि टीम को जिताने के लिए खेलना है, और जो भी मैच खेलो उसको पूरी कमिटमेंट से खेलो. तो मेरा माइंडसेट तो चेंज नहीं होने वाला है. जब तक ऑब्वियसली मेरी बॉडी, मेरी फिटनेस मेरा साथ देगी, तब तक मैं इसी इंटेंट से, इसी जज्बे से खेलता रहूँगा. और एक गेम का जॉय होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, जो कि आपको हमेशा फील होते रहना चाहिए, जो मुझे फॉर्चुनेटली हमेशा फील होता रहा है और आज भी होता है. तो काफ़ी मेहनत लगी यहाँ तक पहुँचने के लिए, बट आगे भी उतनी ही मेहनत लगेगी जिसके लिए मैं तैयार हूँ.
Subayan Chakravarti.
Hi Virat, congratulations on the beat. Virat, how different was it to walk down to bat, that too in your 100th test as a specialist batter and not as a test captain? And what all changes are you experiencing now that you are not the captain? If you can talk us through that a bit, your emotions, your expressions, and were there any early nerves today?
I told Rahul bhai, he asked me in the morning, how are you feeling? I said, I'm feeling like I'm making my debut all over again, to be honest. I had butterflies in my stomach. It was a special moment. I didn't realize the magnitude of the occasion till the time, things got closer to today, and how the presentation happened, the ceremony happened, and there were people in the stadium today as well. So it was a moment which was very, very special. And I did feel very nervous walking out before. And walking out as a specialist batter, I've said this before, that even before I became captain, my mindset was exactly the same. It never changed, it never wavered. I always wanted to be a responsible player for the team, and I always took responsibility in different things, even when I wasn't captain. So for me, nothing changed. Obviously, captain brings in a lot more responsibility. But even before that, my mindset was exactly the same as it is today. So nothing has changed for me after captaincy.